Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is going to be take 2. Right when I got like 10 minutes into the video, really getting into it, my neighbor decided to play drums. That's never happened ever. So strange. Thank you for joining me today. I'm happy to be here with you. I already did the meditation. This is Light Council. We are happy and thankful to be here with you today. Remember that you're never alone. We're going to do an Ascension reading. This one's going to be rather random. I'm just gonna gather up all the random messages that I've had throughout the last week or so and give them all to you instead of trying to make it into a big thing. I'm just gonna give you all of those messages and they'll hit all the right people at the right time. So how is everyone today? Just trying to settle myself here. I am drinking dandelion juice and pineapple. It's a green juice. I made it myself for detoxing, for getting myself back into shape, and I ran today. So proud of myself. This dandelion juice thing, I don't have a juicer or whatever, but I do have a yard full of dandelions and a blender. and then pineapples are out now at at your local store, and I happened to get a good one. And so combine those two, and it is a very, very healthful drink for detoxing and lots of other good benefits. So you might want to do that for yourself and look it up and see what the benefits are, and then share this drink with me. I did it maybe on Friday. This is 3 days later now. And I thought, I'm just going to do it one time. And I drank it, a big drink of it through Friday. And then I found that my body was craving it on Saturday and Sunday. So I made some more too. And you just won't be hungry. After you drink this, you won't be hungry. It helps your digestive system. It helps your energy. It helps flush out the toxins, restore your sugar balance, all of that. So if you're getting in shape for anything, and why not? Then you can join me in doing this. So what I did in a blender is I just put it in I put like, a good handful of leaves, fresh, washed, and everything, how to prepare. I put that in with water, your distilled water or whatever water that you like maybe start it out with a cup of water and just start pulsing it, add more water, and then finally add your pineapples, and then just use a strainer. You can get a strainer from the dollar store, $1.25 store, one of those strainers, and just pour it through. Pour your drink through, and you might have to, kind of move it around a little bit, and then the sediment will stay, and you can throw that out. It's kind of a process, but it's a very relaxing process when you're doing it and it's for your health. But anyway, use that strainer and just, strain, leave it out, strain, leave it out. Then you have your own big green drink, and it's delicious, and you can drink it all through the day. And my recommendation for you guys is to go out and get some sunshine twice a day. Maybe, it doesn't have to be more than 5 or 10 minutes, but to go out and get some sunshine twice a day. And commit to it. Commit. I got a cough in my throat. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is in my last Ascension reading session, where we were talking about cleansing and purification, I brought in the tools to use. A temporary tool to use if you're a worrier, if you're in your mind a lot. I won't go back through it, but you should watch that video to see exactly what I'm talking about with that tool. And I said that tool is temporary. What I want to clarify today is that tool is temporary because there will be a time when you no longer need this. Once you make these and you begin to use them, these solutions, this positivity, these messages to yourself from your higher self, what you want to hear your spirit guides say, all of this, when you're in your worrying state, and then you begin to go through this, what it is doing, it is restructuring your brain to think positively and on a higher level. You are actively, when you use this, you are actively training your, I'm going to call it you're actively training yourself to think on a higher vibrational level, to think on a level of sovereignty when you use this. This tool. So please go back, look at that video, and the reason why I said that it's only temporary is because you won't need them anymore. You won't need them anymore. Once you have trained, when those thoughts come in and you employ your little tool, that is going to help your thoughts to find the right path, to find the path which I call the divine system path, the easy way, the higher vibrational way, the divine system way. What this trains your mind to do. And then so as the same thoughts come up, first of all, as you use your tool, those thoughts won't come up as often. When they do come up, those worries, those doubts, those fears, and you do use this, you're training yourself to be on the system, on the divine, on the divine system, positive, higher level, higher vibrational thoughts, higher vibrational solutions, sovereign solutions that come through. It becomes that you no longer need these. Your brain begins to be trained, and it no longer will go off into those ways in which you worry or doubt. So the reason why it's temporary is because it becomes instinct, and you are finally and fully thinking on that higher vibrational level. That's why it's only temporary. So I do encourage you to use that tool. Another thing in that video that I wanted to clarify is we talked about opening up your own channel of knowledge, and to channel your own knowledge, not go to other spiritual teachers and leaders and that sort of thing, but to begin to develop yourself and your own and allow your own knowledge to flow through. We are all very powerful, connected spiritual beings, and we are connected to our higher selves, who are directly connected to God. We do have higher knowledge that we may channel and bring through. And so what I talked about is to go ahead and ask yourself these questions and then to answer it yourself. Well, that's a practice. That is a practice. So don't be frustrated with it if you ask yourself something and you don't hear an answer right away. What I would encourage you to do with this practice is to go ahead and write down, first of all, don't take it very seriously. Even if you've asked a question of yourself, then listen and maybe write down whatever you think. When Spirit is talking to you, it sometimes sounds just like your own imagination. So write down whatever you think that Spirit would be saying to you. But also, it's an open-ended. If you can't think of anything, don't push it. Don't write anything. But give Spirit time. Spirit will answer. God will answer. Your higher self will answer. So go ahead and write it down with zero doubt that the answer is going to come through. The answer will come through. Have some patience. Sometimes it takes an hour. Sometimes it takes a week. Sometimes it takes a day. Sometimes it takes you walking away from it. And then, serendipitously, I haven't used that word in so long. Serendipity. The answer comes through serendipity. Yes. Okay. So that one, I just wanted to say have a little patience with that. And don't be frustrated if you write something down and your mind is blank and you think, well, see, I don't know the answer. Well, give it time. And then also go ahead and try it. Try it. Try to write down with your imagination. Because this is the thing. It may not sound like a solution at the time, whatever you've written down. But if you're in the practice of doing that, when you go back, and you read it, then it's like amazing. You'll be amazed at yourself, at what flows through if you just simply give it a chance. If you just simply give it a chance, because you are never alone. What was the last one that I wanted to clarify? I wanted to clarify Cali Goddess. I wanted to clarify Cali Goddess. So, in that cleansing purification video, I talked about how Cali Goddess comes and she helps you to do the transformation so that you can come out of death and rise into the phoenix. Now, what did I mean by that? Cali Goddess comes. These are a part of Ascension, where these archetypes come alive, literally, to greet you, to meet you along your path. You will find that to be true. For some, it happens in the dream state. And you might meet Cali Goddess in your dream state or your astral state. Nothing that you have to do to bring her through. She will come. When you are in the position or to transform, she will come. Okay, that's the way it is. And she may come through your dream state. She may come through your shamanic state. She may come visually in front of you. She may come through. Maybe you guys can share with me how Cali Goddess has come through for you along your journey. And you don't really even have to be familiar with these archetypes. For instance, I met Shiva, and I didn't even know who Shiva was. And Shiva came when I was dancing. Shiva came when I was dancing. And I met Shiva, I danced with Shiva, and then I learned who Shiva was. So, with Cali Goddess, what I want to say is through your ascension journey, when she comes, she will come. If you know about her and if you love her, then you can invite her to come in. Definitely invite her to come in and help you transform. Invite her to come in and help you transform. But if you know nothing of Cali Goddess and you're just on this ascension journey, these archetypes come to you in a way that is real and visible and transformational to you. So I'm not just making up something. This is real, this is true, and that's why I'm talking about it. So Cali Goddess comes to you. She comes to you when you are in the space to transform. It's just like, for some reason I keep getting, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in the Bible in the fire. That is like a placement for Cali Goddess to come when you're in the fire, When you're in the fire is the fire of transformation. You have to be ready, you have to be willing, you have to be in a certain state, and then she will come. That's how it all comes about. That's how it all comes about. So those are clarifications just from that last video. And because we're talking about that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the positives of ascension. So in a lot of in these readings, I talk about a lot of the pain of transformation, mostly. We can kind of put it up all under the pain of transformation, how to transform, how to raise your vibration, how to catch ourselves, and all these kind of to give voice to those who are in pain and who are struggling. And all of us are going through pain and struggle when we're going through ascension and learning processes. But in this video, I want to give you some good and positive and fun things that happen during ascension. Now, what is ascension? Ascension is when we are raising our vibration. And when I might not even get to that because now they're talking about something else. Okay, when we're raising our vibration, it's not like, what we're doing is we're shedding heavier parts of ourselves to become our God selves, our angel selves. And that is a process that is spiritual and physical. This seed that I'm referring to within your DNA, the Christ seed within your DNA, and as it blossoms, this is not metaphorical. This is physical. Physics. Physical things within your world, being, life, body will change as you ascend. That is the truth of it. This is not this is an actual occurrence that happens. And why does that happen? Because as I'm getting the image of Candyland, you know, with the different colors. And these are different vibrational levels. And we are rising, right? We are rising. So, let's say that you are, when it comes to Candyland, what they're showing me are the different colors. And the different colors are kind of like the different levels that we raise ourselves through as we begin to ascend. As if you heard from my other videos, there is sound associated with those vibrations, higher and lower. There are colors associated with those vibrations, higher and lower. And that our sound goes out into the world and manifests into the physical world around us. Our thoughts, our sounds, we are creators, go out from us and actually manifest into the world around us. So as we raise our vibration, and then as we start living a higher vibrational life, so you're not going to raise your level up high through meditation and then keep coming back down, or raise your level up high through fasting and whatever and then come back down. We begin to live on a higher vibrational level, right? You begin to live on a higher vibrational level. That means being in that higher vibrational state of being all the time. All the time. And that is a practice, and you begin to get to that practice, right? So, now, so too the same in life. So if I raise my vibrational level up to this certain level of megahertz, pretty high level of vibration, then my choices, what I get to do, what my world looks like, is going to be way different than the person who has not started the ascension process, or who is just on a different level within ascension. Okay? So we are two people. We are two people in the same world. But my world looks completely different than this world, based on the higher vibration that I have raised myself to, or that we raise ourselves to. So it's a real, true transformation that is not only on the inside, it then comes out and begins on the outside as well. And that's one of the positive things that I want to bring about with Ascension, that I want to talk about with Ascension. That as you do the work to ascend, as you wake up first of all, as we wake up and we begin to know who we are and we begin to understand that we can ascend out of this limited state of being through our own choices, that our world begins to change as we begin to ascend. And some pretty incredible and wonderful and happy, unbelievable things happen along the ascension journey. One of the things that happens along the ascension journey is that your body becomes conscious. So we're going to talk about new body consciousness, I guess. That's part of ascension. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about new body consciousness as you begin to ascend. Yes, so what I have found during ascension, as you begin your ascension path, is that your body is actually conscious. I'm going to say she, obviously, because I am a she. My body, you know, on this level, because we're really complete. But anyway, she woke up before I did. My body did before I did. And she began to ascend before I knew what ascension was. So what you'll find is, number one, that your body has a voice and will begin to speak to you. And when it's time, your body will begin the ascension process with or without you. With or without you on board, because it's kind of like it just responds to the vibration. You know, when you get to this vibration, when you're doing certain things, the body is just going to do it. It's just going to blossom and evolve. So that's what I'm calling new body consciousness. And what you're going to find is maybe just one day, it might take just one day. One day you may be having meat fest. Meat fest. All the meats. Maybe you're going to be having party. All the liquor. Maybe you're not overdoing it at all and you just come home for a regular day of dinner and you have your glass of wine and your regular dinner. And your body, as you begin to eat or enjoy, says, nope, I don't like it anymore. And I'm going to make you sick if you consume it. And you think, this is my favorite thing. I am going to do this. I am going to eat this steak. I am going to have this wine. I am going to do whatever is my favorite thing. But, you know, Spirit speaks it's that quiet voice. That quiet voice like, did you lock the door when you left? That's the same way that the voice talks to you. I don't want that meat. I don't want that liquor, and if you do it, I'm going to be sick. And then your body might even show you what it's going to do if you consume it. You might get a headache, you know, that kind of thing. The body is conscious. The body has decided that that has an ill effect and is no longer no longer going to consume it, no longer going to eat it, consume it, or that kind of thing. It will no longer be a part of your life. And your body will make that clear until you begin to understand, okay, my body's not having it. Your body just acts the fool. It acts like it's an allergic reaction to things that are a heavier vibration. Things that, are of a heavier vibration, you know, to your physical health and to your emotional health. And most importantly, to your spiritual health and your spiritual lightness of being. So you may find that you can no longer eat meat. You may find that you can no longer consume liquor. Your body may get very, very ill. As we begin to rise and our light bodies begin to develop, you don't have a different source of energy, and that is a process, and your body will begin that process of telling you what is a source of energy and what isn't a source of energy until you begin to understand. I mean, your body is changing. It's changing. Let's say, because we're going from carbon to crystal, to light, right? From matter to light, and at some point along the way, well, all of this is a transformation in your body. Let it do what it does. It's the master of knowing how to do this once you begin. So listen to it and allow it, and listen to that voice. And don't be stubborn about it. You know, we can be stubborn, like, hey, I've eaten this all my life. Why would it suddenly I can't? Let's listen and be in flow with this transformation. So yes, your body starts to change, and your body has new requirements. Our body has new requirements. So it may be, yes, we're going to leave it at that, but I'm hearing, because this is especially for my sisters. I love you. Our roots. We can bring our roots into other practices that are healthy for us. So if your body is asking you to eat higher vibrational foods, less foods, or to even begin to transform over to going outside and getting light on your face, because that is a source of energy, and that source of energy will require less food of you. But that's a certain level. That you get to. I'm saying listen to your body, and let's be in communication with it. And it's not necessarily going to be, I'm just going to eat and do whatever I want to do. Because now we're awake, now we are aware, now we are conscious, and we are going to be in alignment with what our body wants and needs. So your body begins to change. You know, and when your body begins to change, and when you begin to be in alignment with these higher vibrational practices, different gifts come through. Your intuition is heightened. Different, I don't know what you want to call them. They have a different gifts come through. You will have the ability to hear. I did a whole video on lies. How you will no longer be able to tell a lie. Your body can't handle those lower vibrational things anymore. They can't handle it, and they won't let you practice it. They won't let you practice higher vibration, lies, lower vibrational, just all lies. Falsities, lies. Your body won't be able to handle it. It won't be able to handle arguments and you saying nasty things and being in the presence of nasty people. Let's say, like, for instance, you get in an argument and nasty words are said back and forth, but you yourself have said some nasty things. Afterwards, you may have like a hangover. You may feel bad for days, like physically not well for days. Your body can't handle those kind of lower vibrational explosions of emotions any longer. You have to be very cautious and very careful and very in tune with the higher vibrational level that you're at. If you guys can hear those drums, I'm so sorry. I must have new neighbors. I've never heard drums before. Interesting. Yes. So, you will not be able to tell a lie. And when you do tell a lie, it will come back to you immediately. And it will be revealed, and it will be exposed. And then you won't be telling lies anymore. Not only that, you will be able to hear a lie. To hear what someone says and know if it's a lie. And I talked about that in that video, and I was unable to explain how you would know that. And the way that you would know that is from the sound. When a higher vibrational gift that comes through is when you hear or are engaging in everyday conversation, you will know the truth. And you will know a lie. And a lie will be of a different vibration that you can detect. And it's not even a detection. It just comes through as a lie. It's because the sound that it is emitting is a certain frequency that you will receive as a lie, as a untruth. It's just like a lie detector. One of the gifts that you will have is lie detection. And another positive is you will have the eyes to see. So everything and everyone become more beautiful. I don't know if we're able, it's because we're able to take in more light. As we take in more light,